Good evening, everyone. My name is Tori Smith-Boyland. I am a master's degree student at Full Sail University. I'm in the master's degree program for journalism and media. I am interested in following some of the most wonderful journalists that has been present, such as Gail King and Lester Holt, and to name many, many more. Prior to being interested in the journalism program, I have been an educator for over 20 plus years. Yes, 20 plus years. Most of my time was spent in the Chicago public school system, working on the south side of Chicago, but I've also worked in Atlanta, Georgia, Cobb County near Richmond, Virginia, and Phoenix, Arizona. However, after 20 plus years of experience in education, I had a turning point. This turning point happened recently when I moved to Arizona. Some of you may not know, but Arizona is one of the lowest paying states in our country for educators. Educators start here from as little as $30,000 and usually max out as an administrator who has to have master's degrees at $60,000. So I had a wonderful job as a curriculum coach where I traveled, I trained teachers, I did professional developments, and I work with staff on how to present curriculum to our children. I developed some curriculum and I learned from great, great, great educators. It was a wonderful job. However, I found myself trying to determine, should I stay in a job and work two other jobs to survive? Or do I go to another job so I can eat and pay my rent? So someone heard of my great works and they asked me if I would come to their school district, and I served as a superintendent there in a special day school. And I made a little bit more money, but again, during my field of study, I was always chasing money because of the low pay that educators have. That was one turning point. The second turning point is that I have several degrees in education, but never felt fulfilled. I have a master's as a reading specialist. I have a master's in administration to be a principal and or superintendent. I have a master's in human resource. I have a specialist degree as a school psychology. And as I moved around in the special education field and education field, I still did not feel satisfied. Which brings me to our book that we are reading in class. It's called Mastery. Mastery is a book that talks about how you can make career changes. How do you find your perfect niche? It talks about having grit. It looks at your mindset when you are making career choices. And as I was reading this book, I said, oh my God, this is so perfect for me now as I'm making a career choice and I'm hitting my turning point in life. So the book gives us 5 strategies or things we can look at when making a career choice. The first one is return to your origin. And it gives a great example of Albert Einstein, who got a compass as a little boy and knew from that point that he was going to be a great scientist. The second one is occupy the perfect niche. Now, some people are not as lucky as Albert Einstein, and they have to find their niche in life. And it gives an example of Yoki, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. But she was a great neurologist and a great scientist, but it didn't come easy as she was a child. She had to find her perfect niche. The third is do not follow or avoid false paths. And this is the one that I resonated with the most. My father is a pastor. My aunts are minister. Everyone in my family is educated, and they're educators, and they did great. They served as superintendents, they served as principals, they served and retired as teachers and worked in the school system for over 30 years, and they believed in community and giving back. And it was ingrained in me that I would be a great teacher someday. I would be a wonderful superintendent and principal. But that was not following my path of what I enjoy doing. The next one is if you fall off, find your way back. Find your way back to greatness and your passion. And the last one is let go of your past. In order to be a great journalist, I have two SMART goals. One is to dedicate time from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. daily on my schoolwork and school tasks because I am still a full-time teacher. And the second one is on Sundays, all day Sunday, is to take time for me. Always loving yourself, reflect, and take time to build your goals. Good night, everyone. Have a great week and continue to work on your mastery.